What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Brett Maverick here. I hope you all are having an awesome day so far. I'm going to tell you guys 3 habits that you can start building now that are going to put you on the path to being that confident, masculine man or woman even that you've always wanted to be. Not like a masculine woman. Well, maybe. I don't know. It just depends. This will just put you on the path to being a more high status person in general. I know a lot of my fan base is young men, and I can guarantee you right now, if you start utilizing these tips that I'm about to teach you, you'll have much more success with women. You'll have a much easier time getting promoted in your job, climbing that social ladder, and you will just be perceived as a more valuable person in society overall. So let's talk about it. So the first habit for you guys is correct eye contact. Like I was saying, since most of you guys are young men, I'm going to use you guys as my example 90% of the time, just because that's who's going to be able to relate to it the most. So let's say you're a young man. So let's say you walk in the gym. You see a pretty cute, fit girl. Naturally, you're going to check her out a little bit. You're going to look at her. So let's say, for instance, she turns around and sees you looking at her. What's your instinct tell you to do? Your instinct tells you to dart your eyes away, maybe even look down at the ground, maybe look at your phone or something like that. Pretend like you weren't doing what you were doing. Wrong. You're gonna have to fight this habit as hard as you possibly can. For some, it may be easier than others, but here's what you want to do. So if she catches you looking at her face, maybe you're staring into her eyes, don't dart away immediately. Hold that eye contact. Stay true. Hold it for at least 1 or 2 more seconds. She will probably naturally look away first. That instinct is gonna kick in and she's gonna not be creepy staring back at you. But if she doesn't, you'll hold it for 2 seconds, right? And then you gently pan away from her eyes to either the left or the right. Not up or down, left or right. So this is what it looks like. 1, 2, gently look away at something else. What this says is that you are not ashamed to be looking at someone in the eyes, to be checking someone out. It shows that you're confident in yourself and that you don't perceive yourself as a creep. Think of how much creepier it is when a girl sees you and then you dart away, you look down, you look very ashamed, you look spooked, How much more confident does it look if you maintain eye contact, look at her, and then look away when you're ready? They're your eyes. You can do with them what you want. No one else has control over your eyes but yourself. Don't be scared to use them. Don't be afraid to maintain that eye contact for just a little bit longer than your instincts are telling you to. This works for women, but also in social situations as well. You could use it on your boss. Your boss looks at you. How you doing, Dave? All right, that's great. As opposed to, hey, how you doing, Dave? Simple as that. Maintain eye contact. The second habit I call the turnaround. So let's say you're talking to someone or you're invested in some sort of task, you're writing something down maybe, and your crush, this girl that you're into, comes up behind you and says your name, right? What do your instincts tell you? What do people normally do? Hey, Brett. Yeah, what's up? Hey, what's up? What's going on? No, don't do that. This is when you use the slow turnaround, and this is what it looks like. Hey, Brett. Yeah, what's up? What can I help you with? You want to gently and slowly turn around addressing her and use a calm tone of voice to see what she needs. And again, look her right in the eyes because you're confident and you're not afraid of confrontation. You want to give off this undertone that whatever they have to say is not of the utmost importance. You might be thinking, oh, you're being tricky. You're playing games with this person. You're not being real with them. But in reality, do you think it really is of the utmost importance? Is it life or death? Is 2 seconds gonna cause so much damage that it's gonna be irreversible? Absolutely not. So take your time, be calm, cool, and collect. Slowly turn, gently address the situation. Don't be attention seeking. Let them be attention seeking. By whipping around, desperate to help them out, it just says, I have nothing better to do and I don't want to lose your attention anytime soon, so I'm gonna get back to you as soon as possible, right? But if you're cool, you don't really care, you have all the time in the world, you couldn't care whether they leave or stay, doesn't matter to you, they're gonna pick up on that and they're gonna thirst for your attention in the times to come. So that's habit number 2. We got 1 left. This is habit number 3, and it's allowing yourself to be heard. So just like you shouldn't be ashamed for using your eyes what they're meant for, looking at stuff, You shouldn't be ashamed of using your voice for what it's meant for, and that's communicating with people and making sounds, right? And let me give you an example of this. So a few days ago, my roommate Trent and I'm sure you've seen him on the videos before, but we were walking to class and we were having a conversation like we always do. And we arrived to class a few minutes early, like usual, and our conversation actually continued until we were in the classroom. I wasn't done speaking yet. We opened the door and there were people sitting in the classroom quietly, right? And what would most people do in that instance? They would walk in the room, they would see the quiet people in there, and they would stop their conversation and be, a bit ashamed, like, oh, I don't want to bother these people, right? Not me, and I can't lie that was my first instinct. I wanted to stop what I was talking about and maybe whisper to him the rest of what I had to say, or wait till we had in our seats so I could quietly say it to him as he sat next to me. But no, I know this trick. You continue saying what you have to say. I think I was talking about YouTube, so we're walking into class. Yeah, so I'm trying to get this video out, but I'm still waiting on, door opens, we walk in. I'm still waiting on the thumbs up from the sponsor, I want to get this video out, but it's just irritating because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it out on time, right? And I kept talking and walking. It doesn't matter who's around me. I'm going to say what I have to say no matter what the situation is. Of course, don't do this at like churches or funerals or anything like that, but you get the point, And what do you think the people in the classroom were thinking? They're quietly sitting in their seat, trying not to be a distraction, just being awkward and sitting there and waiting for the professor to come in and say what he has to say. Meanwhile, I'm coming in there, owning the situation, saying whatever I have to say because it doesn't matter who's around. They're thinking, man, this guy really cannot be bothered. He doesn't give two shits who's around or who's listening to his conversation. Don't be embarrassed to say what you have to say. Let your voice be heard. Don't let your surrounding situation put you in a submissive state. Be in a dominant state. Always, no exceptions. So that basically wraps up habit number 3, but let's address the main underlying theme of all these habits. Don't react emotionally. Enter every situation logistically. Do those people in the classroom really care what I have to say? Are they really bothered by it? Definitely not. They don't care. They're just sitting there waiting for class to start. If anything, it's probably entertaining to them because they were just sitting there in a quiet room, probably bored as hell. So don't react emotionally. Take the situation for what it is and adapt accordingly. So that's it, guys. Take from this what you will. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So let's try to get 4 likes on this video. And if you guys haven't already, subscribe, hit the post notification button. Let me know if there's any other topics you want me to tackle. I'm happy to do it. There's a lot more videos where this came from. New videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So until next time, peace out.